CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you're with us on this Tuesday, January 6th. Kirkland Lake OPP issuing a shelter-in-place order around 1 this afternoon. A heavy police presence is concentrated around the Prospect Avenue and Government Road area as they respond to an ongoing incident. Police have not said what the incident is, but say it may involve an armed individual. They've asked people in the community to lock doors and windows and stay away from the area until further notice. Okay, let's move on to the weather, and temperatures are on the rise. How warm will things get? For more details, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman.
These difficult questions, Tony, but first we have a freezing drizzle advisory courtesy of Environment Canada. Everything that you can see outlined in yellow right now, it doesn't affect Gore Bay or Parry Sound, but throughout Northeastern Ontario, so that's issued by Environment Canada. Your first take on weather brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at getcaa.ca. This is what we've got moving through the Northeast. Some flurry activity, of course, and freezing drizzle warnings right across the Northeast. So we'll get into the 5-day numbers in just a few moments' time. But yes, Tony, it will get warmer. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. The UCCM Anishinaabe Police Service has laid charges after damage to public property Christmas Eve. Police were called in after a report of downed wires on Hill Street near Oak Hill Drive in Chiging First Nation. They found the hydro pole had been badly damaged, a stop sign had been knocked over, and there was damage to a community surveillance camera. Yesterday, police charged one person with theft, dangerous operation, and mischief. The investigation is ongoing and police are still looking for any information on the incident. A second-degree murder trial got underway in North Bay today. It was a gruesome crime that happened in December 2022. CTV's Eric Tashner has more from the courthouse.
Brandon Nakaji faces a second-degree murder charge in the death of 33-year-old Tristan Ayres. The court heard Ayres bled to death in an LCBO parking lot in the early hours of December 17th, 2022, while he was trying to stay warm in a nearby alleyway. The court heard testimony that Ayres' body was discovered by Police Constable Brody Beard after he was tipped off by a woman that Ayres had been jumped by two men that morning. Beard drove to the LCBO parking lot where he found the body without any vital signs. A photograph was shown to the jury of first responders performing CPR on Ayres' body and the gruesome crime scene. Paramedic Shane Petrusma told the court Ayres had no vital signs or pulse. The Crown laid out its case, saying that Ayres and the woman were huddled in an alleyway by a fire to keep warm when Nakaji and another suspect showed up. The victim was believed to have been beaten with a stick and stabbed in the back by a knife. The knife used in the attack was never recovered. Trevor Goulet has already pled guilty to manslaughter in the death of Ayres. Superior Court Justice Greg Ellis reminded the jury before the trial started that their job is not to judge people, but consider the evidence and resist the temptation to jump to conclusions. The jury will hear from several witnesses, including the woman who was with Ayres. The Crown told the jury security camera footage from businesses will show Nakaji's movements to and from the parking lot that night. Reporting from the courthouse, Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
Timmins police are re-asking the public for help to solve a murder in 2022. Police say a 22-year-old Toronto man was killed December 18, 2022 at a home on Mount Joy Street South. The victim was killed by a single gunshot wound around 10 a.m. after an argument with an unknown male shown in this photograph. Anyone with information is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers. The OPP and the Greater Sudbury Police Service have released results from the Festive RIDE campaign to reduce impaired driving everywhere. While the increased enforcement over the holidays has wrapped up, police say random ride checks will continue throughout the year. CTV's Alana Everson reports.
Random ride checks were set up on roadways throughout the region over the holidays. Police say the anytime, anywhere checks led to several arrests for impaired driving by alcohol or drugs.
24 hours a day, we see that we're arresting impaired drivers. So as a result of that, we've adjusted from our traditional ride, in the evenings, to now expanding our ride program to the daytime to address the impaired driving during the day.
From November 20th to January 1st, the OPP in the Northeast region conducted 1,574 festive ride spot checks across 12 detachment areas. The enforcement effort resulted in 76 drivers charged with alcohol drug-related offenses, over 80 or refusal. 14 warn range or zero tolerance suspensions issued. 128 total impaired driving related charges laid. In December alone, between ride checks and patrol, Greater Sudbury police officers arrested and charged 32 impaired drivers, 24 impaired by alcohol, 5 impaired by drugs, 1 impaired by a combination of alcohol and drugs, 1 who refused to comply with testing demands.
Impaired driving by drugs is the same as impaired driving by alcohol. It still impairs your ability to drive and operate a motor vehicle. And with the options that are out there, there's really no reason to be driving impaired.
The OPP and Greater Sudbury Police say drivers can expect ride checks to continue anywhere, day and night. They're also asking anyone who suspects a driver is impaired to report it. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
FedNor has announced funding for 3 Sudbury organizations to help them grow their footprint. FedNor is providing $150,000 for the groups to hire youth interns for an 18-month period. The Afro Women and Youth Foundation, Downtown Sudbury, and Contact Interculturel Francophone de Sudbury are each receiving around $50,000. According to FedNor, this money helps youth in the community get valuable job experience and long-term employment. It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5. Rick has your full weather forecast. But first, let's head to downtown Timmins. This live webcam is courtesy of the city. It's -3 degrees. We are back after this commercial break.
Fuel your Fridays with CTV and Pure Country. Enter online for a chance to win a $100 gas gift card. Fuel your Fridays. Powered by CAA. Life isn't one size fits all. Neither is CAA. As I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago, we've got risk of freezing drizzle in the northeast portion of Ontario. And again, doesn't affect Gore Bay or Parry Sound. This is our forecast radar as issued by Environment Canada. Some snow sifting through the northeast, but no appreciable amounts. Really some flurries or perhaps some light snow in the area. Let's check out some of the numbers now for the next couple of days. Sudbury Nickel Belt, chance of light snow tomorrow at 60%. 0 the high. 2 degrees, some cloud cover on Thursday. How about Friday? Chance of sleet at 60%, 2 degrees. -2 on the cool down. Saturday, chance of flurries, and -7 come Sunday. Some sun and cloud in the forecast. Sault Ste. Marie Algoma, chance of flurries tomorrow, your high of 0, 4 degrees, upwards of, well, just a warmer day. Thursday, some cloud cover. Friday, we've got the chance of sleet, 60%, 3 degrees the high, -1, cooling off. Saturday, chance of flurries, and -3 on Sunday. Again, cloud cover for that day. In Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, chance of snow tomorrow at 60%, -3 your expected high. 2 degrees on Thursday on the warm-up with the cloud cover. Friday, chance of snow at 60%, -1. -3 Saturday, chance of flurries, and it gets colder Sunday. Sun and cloud with a high of -10. Even the evening low is going to be colder, -11. Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, light snow in the forecast for tomorrow at 60%, -1 the expected high. Cloud cover Thursday at 3. On Friday, snow or rain. Okay, flip a coin, 3 degrees the expected high. Saturday, chance of flurries at -1. And Sunday, here we go, cloud cover -8. So it starts to get colder by Saturday evening, as you can see. -10 the expected low, -8 the high on Sunday, and -11 the low for Sunday evening. North Bay, West Nipissing, chance of flurries tomorrow, -1. 5 degrees on Thursday with the cloud cover. It'll be a warmer day. Then Friday, we've got rain or snow, also another 5-degree day. Saturday, the chance of flurries dropping down to only 1. Then Sunday, some cloud cover and a -6. So, Tony, the variation continues all this week until the weekend. Some warmer temperatures, but mixed conditions in the forecast for the Northeast. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. Public and private crews continue working on snow removal in Timmins. And as CTV's Lydia Chubak explains, school buses are still not running, and officials are hoping there will be timelines at tonight's council meeting.
Timmins is getting a break from cold temperatures today, but the word snow continues to be everyone's favorite four-letter word.
I haven't seen a snow event like this where it's been multi-day cleanup.
I don't think we've seen that much snow in one shot in a long time.
Hartling and Beaudry have different jobs, but both are in the business of snow safety. Beaudry owns Gorilla Property Services.
A lot of companies will go out and plow, but they won't get out of the vehicle, or the backhoe or the tractor or whatever they're using. So we go out and snow blow, then we go out and shovel, which people appreciate because people just either don't want to go out and shovel their walkways and stairways and entrances and stuff, or they just physically can't.
Well, Beaudry's son Matt is doing his part to make walkways safer for residents. The Northeast Tri-Board Student Transportation Consortium says it's unsafe for school buses to be operating.
There's just a lot of dangers that are present. Sidewalks not being open up, large snowbanks that create visibility issues. Just where are the students going to stand and wait for the bus? You know what I mean? We don't want them in roadways, things like that. So we have to give time for the municipalities to clean the snow and make it safe.
Hartling says 80 school buses in Timmins do 150 runs every day and travel every street except one-ways and dead ends. Hartling says until municipal officials in Timmins, Matheson, Cochrane and Iroquois Falls provide timelines, he can't say when buses will be operating again.
Logistically, it's very difficult to try to make some plans without knowing all the information where we can go. So in the coming days, we're going to have our drivers go out, not in school buses, but to go out and take a look and see which runs are possible.
CTV's requests for interviews with Timmins Public Works have yet to be granted, but at tonight's City Council meeting, Councillor Bill Gazdanovich will be asking for a storm response update. He also wants to know when snow will be removed. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
Officials are sharing a seasonal safety reminder. Don't forget to check your vents while shoveling this winter. The message follows an incident in Sault Ste. Marie over the weekend where snow buildup caused carbon monoxide to back up into a multi-residential building. CTV's Amanda Hicks reports.
When a snowstorm hits, for many, the priority is usually clearing the driveway or the car. But Enbridge says there is one area many homeowners overlook, and it can be dangerous.
Definitely with the meter, if there's an unforeseen emergency where our crews need to come out and shut the gas off, we want clear, accessible access to, we have a stop on a valve where we can shut the gas off to your home. But also your appliance vents too, that if they're blocked or clogged, there could be exhaust backdrafting in your home, potentially causing CO issues or malfunctions to your appliances.
The warning follows a scare in Sault Ste. Marie last weekend, where firefighters were called to a multi-residential building on Wellington Street for carbon monoxide exposure. One person was taken to hospital as a precaution.
There was registered notable points of carbon monoxide in the building. So then we started evacuating, removing residents from the building, assisting them out of the building, and then we called Enbridge Gas. They sent out, dispatched an employee to come and have a look, and the technician determined that carbon monoxide was basically being brought into the building from vents that were blocked outside from snow.
Enbridge recommends using your hand or a gentle brush to wipe the snow away to avoid damaging the pipes.
We use a soft bristled brush or soft bristled broom to remove the snow. No sharp objects. Do not try to be kicking any ice or whatnot away from it. The other piece is you want to look overhead too. If there's any overhang ice or large amount of snow on your roof, you want to try and remove that too.
Gravel says there's no better time than now to do a floor-by-floor safety check. Clear your vents, test your alarms, and ensure you're compliant with the new regulations, which came into effect this year. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
It's the team's first medal in 3 years. Coming up on CTV News at 5. Canada has to settle for bronze at the World Junior Hockey Tournament. Be prepared to wait. That's the message from the Sudbury Hospital as it's experiencing higher patient demand. CTV's Lindsay Alick reports.
Health Sciences North shared a post Sunday saying they are experiencing higher patient volumes in recent days due to the impacts of the respiratory and influenza season.
We're seeing sicker people. So we're seeing higher admission rates. Typically we would see maybe 18% people that present to the emergency department being admitted, and today and over the last couple of weeks, we've been seeing that as high as 25%.
He says if it's a life and limb situation, you will be seen right away. But those with lower acuity could wait over 7 hours in the ER.
We have to manage all of our resources, not only emergency department resources, but access to diagnostics, etc., as patient burden comes in. So that does create a challenge.
Sudbury MPP Jamie West was at the hospital earlier this week visiting a family member and says he saw just how busy it was firsthand.
I know it spiked today, but we've been hauling capacity since before I was elected, right? So there was a problem with a lack of funding of the Liberals. Is continuing under Doug Ford. Doug Ford sort of doubled down into privatization. So a lot of our funding is going to private. So there's the normal cost of the procedure plus the profit margin. So it's making it harder to make ends meet, right? And so we really need to start funding our hospitals adequately, the way we expect them to be funded.
As for how long this will last, McNeil anticipates demand will continue to be high until at least mid-January.
Whether or not we receive relief earlier or later will really depend on local circumstances. And of course, we all can help out in the public by doing things like getting immunized. Probably I would see this stress well into the end of January, if not early into February. And with that, of course, we're just asking the public, be patient with our staff.
As HSN continues to be over capacity, McNeil says they continue to work with the ministry on expansion plans. But due to a complicated planning process, he says that won't come to fruition for at least 10 years. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
And officials at Sault Area Hospital also say they're experiencing high patient volumes. As of today, the hospital is at 119% capacity. In a social media post, the hospital says the team prioritizes care for the sickest people first to ensure they receive timely treatment. Officials add that some patients are being cared for in unconventional spaces, such as alcoves, hallways, and dining rooms. The North Shore Health Network is advising of an emergency department closure in Thessalon. It will be closed from 8 a.m. tomorrow, January 7th, to 8 a.m. Thursday, January 8th. Blind River and Richards Landing sites will remain open. Those needing immediate medical care should call 911. Canada won a medal at the World Junior Hockey Championship in Minnesota. The Canadians downed Finland 6-3 to take bronze.
McKenna centers it. Here's Hayes with the backhand shot, ripping it down, rebound, score!
Sam O'Reilly scored twice and Gavin McKenna had a goal and 3 assists, helping the Canadians to the victory. Sioux Greyhounds forward Brady Martin did not dress for the game last night after an injury in the semifinal Sunday. And the medal is Canada's first at the World Juniors in 3 years. Sweden won gold after downing Czechia. In Northern hockey action, only one game in the NOJHL this evening. The Sioux Thunderbirds land in Blind River to take on the Beavers. Game time is 7 p.m. It's back for a new year when we return. Take Me Home Tuesday. You're watching First at 5.
Welcome back to Take Me Home Tuesday. Here we are in 2026, and I'm proud to introduce to you Harry, the mixed terrier. Emma is with me as usual from the Sudbury SPCA. Emma, welcome back. It's a new year. We've got a new dog, and this one is a real handsome lad, only 2 years old.
He is. He's such a sweetheart. Since he's only 2, he's still learning his manners, so he's looking for a home that can help him with that. But he's a terrier mix, and he's just full of so much love. Everyone he greets, he's still learning about jumping up, but he wants to give you a hug. He wants to spend all his time with you. We had our first time in the car today, and he did amazing. So any home that can just keep him active, give him all the affection he deserves, that's what we're looking for.
Okay, so in terms of the home, I'm thinking that perhaps younger children might be okay, and I guess maybe parents who would like to walk this dog, because Harry does have some energy to burn off.
He does. So we're definitely looking for a family that can take him out every day, get him on those walks. A family with kids would be great, I think, because he would love getting all that attention. It would just be making sure that they're aware that he's still jumping up. He is big size, so just keeping that in mind with kids is great. But other than that, I don't think he's been tested with any other animals, but he does have 2 dog sons at the animal center. So we have 2 other terrier mixed pups that are looking for their homes. So we think maybe with another dog, with a slow introduction, he would do great, but maybe no cats for right now.
I think he would adjust pretty easily to any other dogs in the house, because he is very friendly and he's a real cutie, if I may say that myself. Harry needs a home. Perhaps you can help. And some good news, Rufus the cat was adopted last week by a woman in Elliott Lake.
Yes, she went home this weekend, so we're so happy. Rufus is already so loved. She's already making plans for them to get out every day and stay active together, so we're so excited he was able to find a best friend.
We're off and running with Take Me Home Tuesday. Perhaps you can lend a hand and give Harry a home. Just let Emma know, or any one of the great staff at the Sudbury SPCA. We're back in 7 days with more Take Me Home Tuesday. Let's get Harry a home.
Our first community close-up comes to us from Larder Lake. Sandra Nicholson sent us this picture. She's giving the pine grosbeaks and red poles a helping hand by feeding them. Thanks so much, Sandra. To North Bay, where Cindy Lou Heppenstall Brooks snapped this picture of a downy woodpecker in East Ferris. It was feasting at a suet ball. Thanks so much for thinking of us, Cindy Lou. Let's go to Sudbury. Pierre Seguin says this is nature's 1 in a million. He took this photograph of a small ice pellet that fell off his jacket when he got into a vehicle. He says it melted in less than 5 minutes. Thanks, Pierre. And there's more news from the north coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.